gonna be a 5-star match. Get ready for history to be made.
Round 1. Fight.
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Good anti-air. Wow, shut down. Still slugging it out here. Solid combo. Decent damage. What's next? The fighters are matching each other move for move going into the midway point of the match. Get some. Player 2 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? Goes with the safe stuff with that target. Dealing a nice chunk of damage. What a payoff. No holding back. Goes all out for the big damage. In with Snake Step. One mistake here is all that's needed to finish the round. What's going to happen here in the latter half of this round? Solid trigger on the Toxic Blossom to pile on the damage. Oh, reversal! Not going anywhere. Our fighters are at a standstill. What's the play here? Super armor! Cold and calculated! Fires off a nice... Betting it all on the drive rush! Noticeable life lead is a forward rush. Both sides getting ready. We're so close to the end of the round that could a super art do anything? Flatline zone. Player 2 made all the right moves, and this experience is only gonna make them stronger. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. In with Snake Step. Sticks the jump in. Okay, takes them all the way to the corner. They've got nowhere to run now that they're in the corner. Deftly shuts out the jump in. Uncomfortable space here. Can they clip each other on the edge? Throws them. What's next? Knockdown. Burnout is triggered. Goes for the drive rush there. KO. Player 1 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? They both showed their hands a little bit, so they must be thinking of a counter. Player 2 got smothered that round. They'll need to shake it off and show some more adaptation. Early round decisions are so important to set the tone. Jumps? Oh, they're in the corner now. No running away. Chases them into the corner and will now look to do some damage. Burnout activates. It's a good spot to use the super. Spends 2 for the meteorite and absolutely destroys it. Player 1 is barely hanging in there, but can still mount a fucking super on flatline zone. Here's the final round. The real fight starts now. Looking to drop them from the air. Flies in with a fist to keep the pressure on. Drive reversal. Player 2 won out those close scuffles, and now they gotta have a plan for the next round. Oh my god, they just choked it up! Player 1 in dire straits with burnout. Out of drive gauge. Now's the time. Player 2 can't let this simmer. They gotta start cooking. These guys are trying to act quickly, but with the attack.
Hold still.
Getting that external and internal damage in. The good master caught off the whip. Oh, here we go. Nightshade pull. Fireball pressure. Trying to work out, tries to make something happen with an overdrive arm. Player 2 can't use any drive moves. Oh, drop, they are done. Player 1 is gonna be watching replays for this one for a while. They really took it down to the wire. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Rails up with the Gladius. Breaks the block with a throw. Player 2 chases them down. Huge opportunity here with no way to backdash out of danger. There's a corner switch. Gets out of the corner. Throws them to negate the block. This is a real back and forth match we're seeing. They definitely know what the other is capable of. We're close to the point where one mistake could end the round. up-close scrap's still going. Bends the meter, hoping for a good return. One chance to pay. Oh! Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Nails the anti-air. Both fighters are looking for a way to get in, but there's still time to feel out the situation. Keeping track of the opponent's movements, waiting for a good opening. In with snake step. Time to reassess. Sees him coming and shrugs it off with the super armor. So, what's next? Blocks it. Opts to open up their defense with entrapment. Reads them. Knockout, drive, rush to keep it going. Closes the distance. Player 1 will need to play it conservative until their drive refreshes. Ends the meter, hoping for a good return. Yo, are they actually dead?
My magnum open!
The super art doesn't kill. They gotta focus to finish this off. Are we gonna see a comeback here? Closes with the throw. Hitting him with the smart stuff. Here's the final round. The real fight starts now. Barely blocks the jump in. In with snake step. Which fighter will control? Oh, the throw connects. That throw will do some good damage. Drive rush. All in with a rush. Carries him all the way to the corner in one go. Burns out. Amazing. Player 2 is looking at a grim situation with burnout. These guys are not giving each crowns them from above. Super art to show them what a PhD in fighters can do for you. Uh-oh. This could really tip the scales.
Now you know.
Lands the super. Time for dessert. Keeps all the throw connects. What's next? This is it. What are they are done. Player 2 made all the right moves. And this experience is only gonna make them stronger. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Shows a medium kick. Oh, they were looking for that overhead. Nails the anti-air. The quarter makes it hard to escape. What'll be the setup here? Buy some time by driving them into the corner. And now they can create some big chances to do damage here. Solid combo. Strings it all together. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Got their eye on the air. Life lead opens up. Jumps. Hits up the counter. This is KO. Player 1 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can opt to open up their defense with entrapment. Things are slow going right now, but we may see someone speed things up soon. They're still feeling each other out. Gotta be careful not to whip at this range. Both fighters planning something? Player 2 will look to apply pressure here. Balance from above. Takes the opponent out of the air. This is a chance to dictate the pace. Going in, drive rush to keep it going. Low heavy connected? This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks. Picks up the counter. This is going to be huge. All the throw connects. Flies in with a fist to keep knocked them out of the air. Betting it all on the drive rush. Closes the distance. This can lead to some big damage. Marisa delivering the goddess of the hunt. Heavy damage incoming.
Now you know history.
Player 1 needs to take advantage of this gauge disparity. Comes for them with a balance. Tons of space between the fighters now. What are they cooking up? A jump? This is gonna hurt. Things are very tense as he gets him with a Euro step. Breaks it off. What now? Throws! Noticeable life rushes in. Dangerous range here. Nightshade incoming! A projectile to say, get off of me! Nightshade pulse! Forward rush! Player 1 with the rhythm owning that space! Here comes the pulse, burns the gauge to turn up the heat! They are done! Player 2 straight up outplayed them! Talk about a David and Goliath situation! They're still hungry! Both sides stepping up for the rematch! In with the phalanx! Sees him coming and shrugs it off with a super armor! The match just started. It's anyone's game. Okay, creating some space here. A good chance here to recover the drive gauge or figure out the next step. Decides to go in with the target combat. Well, they managed to escape the corner, but they can't let their guard down. Player 1 has the life lead. Got their eye on the air. Uses the parry. Capitalizes on every mistake and picks up the perfect KO. Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Spends the gauge for the drive reversal. In with hits him with a stop and body. Player 1 can build off this lead. There's been some back and forth, but no one has dominated the fight. Player 2 needs to use the threat of the corner here. Big chance here to do some damage if they can keep the corner pressure up. Jumps up. Solid trigger on the Toxic Blossom to pile on the damage. Not much life left, but their drive usage may save them. Springs forward with the drive rush. Are we in there? That's what happens when you capitalize on all of your chances. How is this rematch going to play out? Are we going to witness a blow-up here? Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Okay, takes them all the way to the corner. Good job here in giving themselves a chance to gain the upper hand. Throws them. What's next? Life lead is opening up, but that can still be overcome with smart drive use. Throws them to negate the block. Knockdown. Next hit will end the round. They break things off to take a quick breather. Taking stock. Uses a fireball to try and KO. Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Goes with a projectile for their opening shot. They both showed their hands a little bit, so they must be thinking of a counter. Gets carried to the corner. Chases them into the corner and will now look to do some damage. Player 2, drive rush to keep it going. Closes the distance. Player 1 can't use any drive moves without burning out. Knockdown and hits him with a stop and bot. Player 1 will look to apply pressure here. All the throw connects. Player 1 holding on to that corner advantage. Wall flat KO. Here's the final round. The real fight starts now. Sees him coming and shrugs it off with the super armor. Bends the meter, hoping for a good return. Cashing out all of that gauge and offers it up to the claws of Yatsu.
My magnum opus! Did that stick?
Player 1 with the lead. Will they go for offense or defense? There's been some back and forth, but no one has dominated the fight. Player 2 needs to take advantage of this gauge disparity. Turning it right up with the super. Spends it all on the super. Not shy one bit about it.
Now you know history.
Player 2 is on track to steal this back after that super. This can lead to some big damage. Player 1 is in a very good spot now. Note all that combo finishes it. I've seen a lot of fights in my day, but nothing even comes close to this one. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. A parry? Smart play with the throw. Sees him coming and shrugs it off with the super armor. What's their game plan here at this critical stage? Throws him down. was well in range to score the throw. Stark brings out the super art. How is this gonna work out for them? Player 2 can't let their drive gauge run out. They need to find a way to reset the situation. Grabs them, takes a trip. Well-timed corner switch. Springs forward with the drive rush. Experiencing burnout. Player 2 in trouble with no drive. All right, what's coming up next? They're going for the super art? Drive run KO. Player 1 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Medium kick hit. Who's going to start things off? Orchid spring to create some... burnout activates. Player 1 needs to use the threat of the corner here. Solid trigger on the Toxic Blossom to pile on the damage. Player 1 in dire straits with burnout. Jumps. Side switch in the corner. Uses the target combo with a filler. Sets up with the jump in. Their will to win is experiencing burnout. More fuel to the fire. Cook them up. Just adds a bit of OG denies the jump in attempt. Player 1 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. The first round begins. No time to save that stuff for nationals. It's time to go all in. We're still in the early going, and it's really anyone's fight. They're still feeling each other out. Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner. I got you! A throw to tie the bow. They were stuck in the corner. Player 2 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. They've piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? Early round decision puts the super armor to good use. Taking stock. Will that parry change the momentum of this match? Amazing read to flash the parry just in time to catch the attack. There's the drive impact that's going to lead to a juicy punish counter. That's how you force your opponent to do what you want so you can get a punish. Gotcha! Very slick with the combo. Player 2 can't use any drive moves without burning out. Reach out and blast somebody! Overhead attack! A real test of nerves here! Smart play! Super art to show up what that final push at the end paid off in spades! When you have a chance to finish it, you gotta take it! This is the final round! Expect to see some fireworks! Trying to dig in deep with those claws! Gets him with a Euro step! This can lead to some big damage! Which fighter will control the pace of the match early on? Oh! Putting the cherry on top! Uh-oh! This could really tip the scales!
Now you know
Player 2 is mounting a comeback! Here's his and drops him! Player 1 can't use drive anymore! Smart play, triggering Toxic Blossom! Super art to show up what a PhD and fighters can do for you! Hits him down with a super! Now that's how you take a round! Perfectly planned, perfectly executed! Player 1 made some smart moves there! Great game! It's not over yet! Best believe it's time for that comeback! Cross-up attack! Gotcha! Oh, they were looking for that overhead. Nightshade Pulse comes out to play. Goes for the drive rush there. Okay, so you can use drive rushes just like that to launch attacks from much further away. Player 1 with the life lead. Knockdown. The throw hits. Now the fun begins. What a clutch side switch there. Now they need to capitalize on this chance. Uses the drive rush here to steal their turn. Player 1 creates a good corner opportunity. In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. All right, What's takes a big gamble and rips out a raw super. Deadly into KO. Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Dives in with cruel fate, brushes that off and keeps going. Dashes up. throws them to negate the block, takes advantage of the hesitation, and gets some good damage in return. Jumps in. Porter makes it hard to escape. What'll be the setup? Drive rush to keep it going. Jump. Opts to open up their defense with entrapment. They're untouchable, impetuous, impregnable, and perfect. Player one brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. So, what are our fighters planning in this opening round? They gotta escape from the corner before the pressure builds up. Good job here in giving themselves a chance to gain the upper hand. Clear that neither of them wants to be in the corner. Player one is going to have a hard time managing their drive now. And a super activation, looking to score some juicy damage. Knockdown. Player one needs to deal with this burnout. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Holds out with the block. Taking stock. Player one, drive rush to keep it going. Takes a trip. The pressure is so intense here. Okay, oh. Player one picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Hold on, they broke through the super arm. Must have seen it coming. Smart play with the throw. Clip experiencing burnout. Solid trigger on the Toxic Blossom to pile on the damage. Still slugging it out at this range. They just made that very tricky KO. Here's the final round. The real fight starts now. Tries to mitigate their movement with Orchid Spring. Fires off a Nightshade Pulse. Player one had a rough go of it last round due to poor drive management. But there's still time to adapt and turn this match around. Super Arts on deck for both fighters. How they approach the situation will be interesting. This is where smart meter management is going to come into play. Our fighters will need to tread carefully. Uses a gauge for a super art. Level 3 super! Spending that meter like it's nobody's business.
Now you know history.
Will this super art lead them to the win? Player one can't let this simmer. They gotta start cooking. This is how that throw did some juicy damage. Player one getting it all on the drive rush. Oh, no hesitation or regret. Hit them with that NSFW.
To fatal.
This is going to hit for a critical art. You gotta imagine that this is not only gonna wreck their life bar, but also their nerves. This is they are done. Player two is gonna be watching replays for this one for a while. They really took it down to the wire. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Jumps. A clean hit. Springs forward with the drive rush. Okay, so you can use drive rushes just like that to launch attacks from much further away. Player two pushes the opponent into the corner. Buys some time by driving them into the corner. And now they can create some big chances to do damage here. From up above. Goes for the drive rush there. Big opening ready to be taken advantage of after that parry. What a clutch side switch there. Now they need to capitalize on this chance. KO. Player one picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. A brave forward jump there to start. Uses the parry. Are they trying to bait a throw? They may have something up their sleeve. Gets the jump in. Experiencing burnout. Player two will have to deal with this. He hits him with a stop and bop. Puts the super armor to good use. Burnout activates. Got him up against the wall, and the stun is there. Player one will opt for the critical art. What'll happen here? Player one can't afford mistakes without that punish counter sets the table. That combo finishes it. We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win?
Final round. Fight!
Back at the start. They're not taking any chances. Jumps in. This is gonna hurt. Smart play, triggering toxic block. Oh, here we go. Blank makes a solid read with entrapment. Drive rush. Drops them. Are we gonna see a comeback here? This is so tense. Orchid spring. Here's his hand drop. Okay, here we what a finish. Player 1 was an absolute beast in that match. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run. Jumps up. Takes the chance to hurt him. Player 1 may be just about done this round, but they still have it curved there. Takes the round without getting touched. Player 2 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Steps back to start things off. They've piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? Player 2 needs to use the front of the corner here. Experiencing burnout. Balance from above. Player 2 is dominating this match. Drive rush to keep it going. KO. Player 2 took no time to finish that fight. How is this rematch going to play out? Are we going to witness a blow-up here? Was looking for that jump attack. Drive reversal to break in. Will the drive parry here open things up for him? Moves performed off a drive rush get extra plus frames, making for a potentially high return. Grabs him, knockdown. Not much drive to work with at the moment. Drive usage will be very important here for both fighters. Bops him with a target combo. Neither of them willing to back off here. Player 1 chases them down. Heading into the end game now, it's getting tense. Next hit will end the round. Nightshade Pulse comes out to play. Springs full KO! Player 2 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Everything up until now, and everything from here on out, is so vital. Balance from above! Player 2 did a great job of reading their opponent up close to that last round. Can they keep the momentum? Okay, creating some space here. A good chance here to recover the drive gauge or figure out the next step. Player 1 creates a good corner opportunity. Going in, perfect parry. How will they follow up? Nails the parry. Now it's their turn to press buttons. The overhead's good. Ends the meter, hoping for a good return. Teresa delivering the goddess of the hunt. Heavy damage incoming.
Now you know.
Their will to win is really in there. Player 2 played with a lot of heart to pull off a tremendous win. Definitely one to watch. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Takes the chance to hurt him. Okay, takes them all the way to the corner. Player 1 is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage. Oh. This is the range where things get messy. Can they utilize their reach or bait each other out? Combo with the target combo. Goes for the drive rush there. Got their eye on the air. Goes for the super art. Deadly implication hit. Good choice. KO! Player 1 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Dives in with cool fate. They both showed their hands a little bit, so they must be thinking of a counter. Player 2 needs to use the threat of the corner here. Big chance here to do some damage if they can keep the corner pressure up. Solid trigger on the Toxic Blossom to pile on the damage. Triggers Toxic Blossom to stack the deck. The life remaining tells us we're halfway through this match. Player 1 hits a good spot to use the super. Deadly implication hit. Good choice to net some damage and poison them as well. Gotta be a super art? That's not gonna hit. Player one needs to hold. That final push at the end paid off in spades. When you have a chance to finish it, you gotta take it. We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win? Jump tries to act quickly, but with the attack. Handle with care. You can't drop drive impacts. All the throw connects. Forward rush. Meets them air to air. Like a back throw for damage and vital positioning. Player two is barely hanging on to their last bit of drive. Clutch parry. The Gladius pries them open. The jump in is denied. Sets up with the jump in. Oh, putting it all on the line. Goes big time to end it. Never ever miss a chance to show off the fancy stuff.
Now you know history.
Player two straight up outplayed them. Talk about a David and Goliath situation. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Dashes. Gets the jump in. You can open up chances to do big damage by baiting something out, getting that opening, and then jumping in. Starts with a jump in. With the life gap opening up, they need to lean hard on their drive usage. Life lead opens up. Jumps in. Going in. KO. Player one picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Sneaks in above. Big opening ready to be taken advantage of after that parry. Uses the parry. Are they trying to bait a throw? They may have something up their sleeve. Jumps. Okay, creating some space here. Out of range. Relatively safe. Time heal plus super art. Tries to mitigate their drive rush to keep it going. Okay, so you can use drive rushes just like that to launch attacks from much further away. That combo did decent damage. Fires off and springs forward with the drive rush. Oh, in with the rush! It's a good spot to use the super. Yo, are they actually dead?
My magnum opus!
Both fighters gotta roll up those sleeves and think of something. Just go for it! Who will set the bait at this range? A parry? Closes it out! Player one brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Gets the jump in. Turns up the heat and cooks them with the combo. Will this choice to lay on the damage now ultimately pay off? Player one creates a good corner opportunity. The damage is really piling up now. You can get some. Player one on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. They've piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? Both fighters want to establish themselves early on. Drive rush to keep it going. Closes the distance. Puts the super armor to good use. Both fighters planning something? Manages to block the jump-in attack. Blocking a jump-in attack means you're at a disadvantage, so they should be looking to anti-air instead. Player one will have to deal with this dangerous bout of burnout for a while. Out of drive game. Now's the time. Still slugging it out at this rate. They're going for the super art. Throws them. Both sides getting ready. What a finish! Player one brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Jumps in. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Both fighters have plenty of health. Where is this match gonna go? How are they going to deal damage? What's the play here? Player 2 is just about out of drive after that. On dangerous turf. Easy to get tagged at this range. Takes a trip. Got their eye on the air. Somehow pushes back all the way to center stage. All right, what's coming up next? From up above. In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. Picks up the win with the counter hit. Looked like they were baiting their opponent into making a mistake. Player 1 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Jumps in. Player 1 did a great job of reading their opponent up close that last round. Can they keep the momentum? Cross up. Excellent jump in. They are absolutely wailing on each other in the middle of the stage. It's a good spot to use the super. Yo, are they actually dead?
My magnum opus!
Those fighters gotta roll up those sleeves and think of something. They were not cleared for takeoff. That was a clinic on how a solid neutral game wins matches.